It's 21 BBY and Earth weren't too receptive to the reconnaissance craft that tried to land on their planet, which led to the 41st Elite Corps, as we can see here, who specialize in alien negotiation and contact, to be leading the assault against planet Earth. Now this is only part 1, and there are plenty more parts to come. But as you can see, the first part comes in the form of a field somewhere in, I'd assume, Germany. I'm not 100%, I assume Germany, but these are American soldiers that are pretty much oblivious to the looming threat that's on the rise in this water, in this shallow embankment over here. Anyways, I'll just take you through all the American troops here. We've got a couple light tanks, and we've got around 2 heavy tanks just sitting and waiting. And we've got a lot of soldiers around this town area, and they're just standing in groups. They're not really prepared for anything. The clones have been relatively sneaky, even though you can see an ATTE ready for deployment right there. Nonetheless, the soldiers don't see it coming, and it's kind of an amphibious assault, but it's going to be fought mainly on the land, unless the clones do get pushed back. Anyways, guys, without further ado, I'm proud to present to you the first part of Humans vs. Clones, or Humans vs. Star Wars. And I'll reiterate, the 41st Corps versus American soldiers, World War II soldiers here. So it's around 1945 in Earth years. Anyways, without further ado, we'll get the battle started and see how these American soldiers fare against this technologically advanced clone army. Let me just check if all the settings are in order just before we get this started. Okay, there we go. Excuse the FPS for a little bit at the start. It's already plateauing now, so it shouldn't be too bad. We've got a couple flamethrower troops that aren't going to be too useful unless they get up close to the clone troopers, which I doubt's going to happen. We've got some heavy tanks rolling through. You know, giving the clones a tough time. And this first light tank is gone, presumably due to the ATTE there. That is, of course, wreaking havoc. The heavy tank is still operational and obliterating clone forces, as we can see. Now, time to find... Here is the second tank. And I think yep, it's gone. It is gone. Thanks to that ATTE once again. That ATTE is doing work. We'll take a quick look through the clone casualties. They have lost a few. I mean, humans are not a force you should just, you know, reckon with. So the clones might... It's going to be a little bit tough for them. Nonetheless, they are technologically superior, so the Americans aren't going to have the easiest of times dealing with the clones. And they're all kind of huddled around this I'd assume plowing machine or something of the sort. It's kind of a tank graveyard at the moment. As we can see, the tank gun over there taking a final stand, only to be shot down by a barrage of blue laser bolts. The ATT hasn't really needed to move yet, and it's just providing cover fire for all the clones. Just taking a couple of screenshots. The Americans moving through the bush, and they've got a spark of confidence, but the ATTE is coming around the bend. It's not gonna be a fun time. They may have the upper hand at the moment, but once that ATTE gets rolling, I doubt they're gonna have it for much longer. But the clones, admittedly, have lost a lot of troops. But yeah, this walker just seems impenetrable at the moment. So we'll take a look at... Oh, there are quite a few clones, but there are also quite a few Americans left. Not as many as the clones, but the Americans are using their strategies and are hiding in the thick undergrowth here just to try and lay down some shots on the exposed clones over there. Yeah, they don't want to get run over by this ATT. It's not going to be a fun time for them. As you can see, it's just the walker is just tearing up all the corpses of his dead clone brethren. This pilot is showing no mercy to anybody on the battlefield, but himself and his tank crew. This guy better on, because he is under fire. Now they're retreating to the hay bales over here. Or some of them at least. Others a bit more brave. And are very close to this walker here. I'm scared for their lives. And this is a flamethrower trooper. Obviously hasn't got to use his flamethrower much. And he won't ever get to use it, unfortunately. Anyways, the surviving clones are finally able to push up. And there are barely any American troops left. Let's take a quick... Some of them hiding out in this barnyard sort type thing. But getting quickly gunned down because they are outnumbered by 10 to 1. And there's no coming back from this, to be honest. So I'm going to predict the first battle of Star Wars vs. Earth is going to go to the clones, 100%. The Earthlings are going to need to figure out a way to take out such devastating technologies as the ATTE, which has just wreaked havoc on all these soldiers over here and everywhere. So the clones are just pushing up, and it's what was a nice village has turned into, you know, a little bit of rubble and just just corpses everywhere. It's not gonna be a fun cleanup, that's for sure. So we have 3 soldiers left, and it's not gonna last too long. The last stand, and we've got a tank man over here. He managed to survive it. And the last American soldier behind the hay bale, healing himself up as the clones get ready to surround and kill. Well, make sure there's no more American soldiers. Don't think there are. Just want to add, this is a beautiful map as well. I mean, it's just amazing. Especially with the Kashyyyk lighting, which I have here. Anyways, guys, that was, as I said before, the first part of Earth vs. Star Wars. And as you can see, Earth did get decimated this round, but there'll be plenty more to come. And I have a feeling that Earth will stand a chance next time. Anyways, guys, as always, I'll take you through a quick count of the casualties and a quick overview. So we've got the furthest American casualties being down here. Actually, this light tank got a little bit too ambitious, and yep, it didn't work out too well. Anyways, a lot of clones dying on this kind of, you know, slight incline. Not as many as the Americans though, all spread out. Yeah, the Americans are very spread out where their corpses are. And the clones they just lost a lot of people here. And that's fair enough, because the Americans did have a lot of cover fire from kind of these places and these little ridges over here. I'll take a look at the furthest clone casualty to see if there were that many. There were literally none in this field or that field. And there were a couple over here. So a couple American soldiers, you know, did their duty and died fighting. Dead cows, and that's pretty much it, guys. Anyways, make sure you leave me suggestions in the comments below. I'll make sure to try my hardest to do this, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.